Hello beautiful people, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchiimoh, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this pretty buttercream unicorn cake. It is one that you would love and I'm sure you're going to learn a thing or two. Now without further ado, let's go right into the video. I have my red velvet cake here. I have another layer of red velvet cake. I have my vanilla cake here, and I also have chocolate layer here, and then I have my buttercream that I'll be using for this cake. I also have some fondant stars, cloud, a boho rainbow, and a unicorn that I'll be using for this cake. So let's get started. I'm trimming the top layer of my cake. So the way I trim is to just place my knife, hold it in a position and turn my turntable. But I'm having to support the cake with my hand, which have been washed because they are slightly frozen. They are kind of frozen. I kept them in the freezer, so they are cold and a little bit hard. But that's not a problem. They're going to thaw with time, okay? So this is how I trim the top layer of my cake. Very simple, very easy. I believe that you must have seen this in my trimming video. If you haven't, you should check out that video. So let's go ahead and trim off the top. So I'm done and I'm happy to show you how flat it looks. Can you see that? It's flat, it's good, and we are good to go as well. Yes, so we are filling our cakes now and I decided to show some editing skills here. Okay, so I'm going to go right ahead to spread my buttercream on the bottom layer. I'll put the other layer, the next layer, and we'll just go right ahead with that, okay? And we're done with that. So this is our cake. I'm working with 5 layers of red velvet, vanilla, and chocolate cake. By now you know that I like my cakes tall. Okay, so that's what we're working with, and I will go right ahead to trim the cakes. I love to trim my cakes because, like I always say, or like it is a thing for me when I'm decorating, it's important for me to trim my cakes so that I have a good finishing. Whether buttercream or fondant cakes, I love to trim my cakes. Now once I'm done with that, for those who are new to my channel, I go ahead to dowel my cakes, and doweling is just a way of giving structure to my cakes so that the layers stay in place when it's been delivered. Like, I have no issues with cake mishap or anything like that. So always give structure to your cakes so that your heart can be at rest. Now I'll go right ahead to speed up with the crumb coating and the covering of my cake as well, and I'll be back to do the detailing or to do the finishing of my cake. Now this is a set of stamp cutters, alphabet cutters that I got a few years ago, and I'm going to show you how to use them. So you can just pull out the alphabets that you're going to be using, which is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get out the name of the celebrant, the name of the child, and when I'm done with that, I would roll out a piece of fondant and then go right ahead. Don't worry, you're going to see how to get this done. So I'm placing the name one by one just the way I want it. I would arrange it anyhow I want. If I want it straight, I will put it straight. If I want it to be lopsided, one-sided, I'm just going to place it anyhow I want. And then once I'm done with that, I would get my smoother and I would press it down so that it's going to make an imprint on the fondant. I hope that's what it is. Make an imprint on the fondant like so. Now for this next phase, you can either cut it out freehand with a craft knife, or you can use a plate to cut it out, but I just want to do this. I'll cut it freehand. There's no particular format I'm following. I'm just trying to follow the shape of the alphabets, as you can see. So cut it to your desired shape and then you are good to go. So this is what it looks like, all neat and fine, and I'm just going to dampen the back of the fondant before placing it on my cake. Now I'm speeding up this process a bit because it's pretty easy. I'm cutting out my clouds using a cutter, and once I'm done, I'll go ahead to do the detailing. I also had to make some bowls to use, and it was a last minute decision for me to have them without loops, so I'm cutting it out. You can have the loops if you want, but I'm cutting it out for this particular cake. Next up, I'm going to draw the lashes using a black edible marker. So I'm drawing to the right and to the left, and I'll also go in with some petal dust to create the blush, as you will see shortly. So you can use anything you want, just be creative with your decorating process. After applying some water behind to dampen it, I'll go right ahead to place it on my cake. And please do not forget you're working with a buttercream cake, so you need to be extra careful so that you don't smudge your cake. I wanted it to be colorful, so I decided to go in with some buttercream pipings using my tip 1M, tip 104. This is 104 for ruffles, tip 1M for rosettes, and wilting tip 21 or thereabout for the stars. So I'm just going with different colors, and I'm going to add some sprinkles as well because I just want the cake to pop. I had some leftover fondant from before, so I just rolled them into balls, and that's what I'm going to be using for my clouds. But I would advise you that if you have white, it's just better to go with white, because if your fondant is not thick enough, these colors will be peeking through your fondant. Okay, so you need to make your fondant thick if you're using colored balls like this, or just simply go ahead with white balls and then wrap them up with white fondant, so you have a puffy cloud that is just perfect and okay without any issues at all. Tuck it in like so. Once you're done, tuck it in, tuck it under, and then you can use your fingers to just go into smoothing some parts so that the puffiness or the puffs are well defined. So that's what I'm doing right here. I have some shortening on my finger, and I'm just going in so that the puff in the clouds would be defined. Once I'm done with that, I'll go right ahead to place them at the base of the rainbow on my cake. So I'm going to place the other one as well, and then we're almost done with the cake. So I hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you like it, please just drop me a heart and drop me a kind comment right now, and please smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. If you're yet to subscribe, please just like the video right now if you've not done so yet. Thank you. So I'm painting in gold, and as you can see, it's not easy. I have my phone stand in front of me, but it's pretty hard keeping it steady and also painting well, painting neatly. So I'm just going to take it out and go ahead to do the rest of the painting, which you can see right now. So I'm done with the painting, and this is how it looks. Now I'm placing my unicorn. I've put some fondant on there so that it stays in place. I'm sorry I don't have a tutorial for the unicorn. I forgot my phone stand at home on the day I was to do it, okay? But that is what I'm doing, placing a fondant, mashed fondant under it so that it stays in place. And I'm going to go in to drill a hole just so that I would have somewhere to put my skewer before I place the neck for support. And that's cute, super cute unicorn. Okay, so I've written the name, and this is what our cake looks like. We are all done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please let me know what you learned. My fondant recipe and buttercream recipe are available. If you would like to learn how to make them, please send me message to ibakecakestick@gmail.com, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my videos, share with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. Okay, until I see you in the next video, stay happy, stay safe, and stay blessed.